Hello, I want to thank you for joining me today. Now, today, I want to talk about coincidences. More so, how coincidences do not exist. Now, what I've come to realize on this journey is everything happens for a reason. Nothing is just by pure coincidence. Now, these words, once again, man-made. These are words. These are things to help you decipher what's going on in your reality. So they can't explain a coincidence. So that's why they came up with the term coincidence. So that right there, you would just stop at that for your explanation. Oh, it's just a coincidence. No, it's not a coincidence. Things happen just as they're supposed to. Whether or not you want to believe in free will, you have free will to a certain extent, but things are going to line up just as they're supposed to. Let me give you an example of a few things that I found that were just not coincidence. So I've had this multiple times, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. Like, you ever been singing a song in your mind or out loud, whatever the case may be, and you hop in the car and you cut your radio on, and that same exact song is playing right at that moment. Multiple times this has happened. Not a coincidence. You are just in aligned with everything right then and there. When you're doing things like that, you're in alignment with life. Now, or asking a question, man, I wonder if I should really do that, and hop in the car, drive down the road, first license plate I see is do it. It's not a coincidence. It is, you're asking a question and you're receiving an answer. The thing is, most people are not open to receiving the answers from their environment. But we get answers from our environment all the time because there are no coincidences. But people like to chalk it all as that because they can't explain that. So a coincidence just feels better to you. Let me give you a couple more examples. Now, I read this story, it was a long time ago. So this shows that there truly is no coincidence. There was a couple. It was they ended up being a couple. But they were going through their photos when they were young. And the guy found a photo of him at Disney World. And the picture that they were taking had a little girl and a family behind them. And that was the girl he ended up being with, right? And they were taking a photo at the same time, and it had the little boy in it. So they compared their photos, and like, this is crazy. Then they started talking about their past and this, that, and the other, where they've been. Come to find out, they lived in the exact same apartment complex at one point, but they never ran into each other. These are not coincidences. They found out they were in so many different places at the same time, but they didn't meet until they finally did meet, and then they got together. That is not a coincidence. If the divine wants you to be with a particular person, it's going to make sure circumstances play out where your paths cross. Now look how early their paths just kept crossing from a kid. Now, I also read just recently. It was now this one I actually saw on video. It was a guy. He had his now wife, and he was showing when he was a kid. They were on vacation, and his mom was recording him, and so he was back a little bit further, and a couple seconds into the video, a little girl walks past, and that was the girl he ended up marrying. Once again, what are the odds? This is not coincidence. You're being drawn together. If something is destined to happen, guess what? The divine is going to make sure the circumstances are in place for it to happen. It's just how it is. There are no coincidences. I'll give you a personal example. Now, I said in a previous message that I have tried multiple plant medicines. Now, one of the plant medicines I tried is called Combo. Now, when I signed up for this combo, I heard about it a couple times, and I was like, you know what? I keep hearing about this combo thing, so let me go ahead and find a practitioner and try this thing, right? So I find a practitioner, I sign up. She said she's going to send me the information and all this, that, and the other. So I went ahead and did it, and so I'm waiting on the email, which I was supposed to receive the next day, right? So now the next day, wake up, I go to the gym in the morning, as I always do. And as I'm going into the gym, there's like right in front of the gym door, it's like a little patch of grass. It's just a little small, it's like a little bit of high grass. It's just a small little patch, and it's right there by the door. And the rest is like all the the parking lot. There's not like no water features, anything around this parking lot. But this little patch of grass right here by the door, right? Now, as I'm going to the door, a frog jumps out of the grass right in front of me. And it says, look right at me, and says, Ribbit, jump right back into the grass. Just that quick. And I was like, that's weird. I was like, why is a frog like in this parking lot? That makes no sense. So I'm like, whatever. So I go into the gym. I come out and I have the email for the session. I look at the email, and in the subject line is a picture of a frog. So I'm like, what? I'm like, I just saw this frog. She sends me a thing of the frog. I'm reading the email. I'm like, oh, it's toad venom. I'm like, and I had it confused with something else. I did not know that this was toad venom. So I asked that, and I was like, oh, should I even be doing this? I'm like, this going to even be worth it? I'm asking this out loud, right? That day. And then that frog jumps out. There are no coincidences. No coincidence. It's years, literally years since I've seen a frog like in person, like right in front of me for whatever reason. Years. So with it being years and the day that I'm going to receive an email with a picture of a frog on it, a frog jumps out in front of me. Come on. There are no coincidences. No coincidence. I have so many different examples of this where I just couldn't ignore it, where I ask questions and I receive an answer. There are no coincidences, but you have to have an open mind and look and be receptive to receive this answer, because this answer can come in your environment. It can come through another person. You could be standing in line and you could be wondering something and hear somebody having a totally different conversation, and they will answer your question. I've had that so many times. There are no coincidences. It's just, you just have to understand that things happen. If it's supposed to happen or the divine wants them to happen, they're going to happen. They're going to happen. It's always best if you're open and receptive to receiving these messages. If you're just going to say, oh, that's a coincidence. Oh, that's just, I don't believe. Then it's not going to come to you because you don't believe in it. If you have the eyes to see, you will see things. But if you close your eyes, you won't see anything. I know for a fact I am not the only one who's hopped in a car singing a song on the radio and that thing has been on the radio, or ask a question and then you receive an answer. It's just, are you open and receptive to receiving that answer? As I said before, everything is energy. So when you put that energy out, it's giving it back. You put the energy of a question out to the universe. The universe say, okay, here's your answer. It gives it back to you. But are you receptive to receiving that answer? And the more and more and the more you connect more and more and deeper, then like I said, those messages don't have to be reflected in outside circumstances in your reality. It can just be, you could ask a question and then get a response right in your head. All these things are possible, but you have to be open and receptive to them. Don't get locked in by these definitions. These words are what will trap you and put you in a box. Because if you believe that coincidences are real, this, that, and the other don't exist, and blah, 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 and blah, then you're not open for that. So you won't receive that. It literally is just that simple. You have free will here. So if you say, okay, that doesn't exist, okay, in your world, it does not exist. And I'm not here to tell you otherwise. I'm just here to tell you what I've learned on my journey and the things for me that I can't deny anymore. For a long time, I was like, nah. It got to a point like, okay, like I can't explain it, but I know that this is what it is what it is. It's just acceptance, letting go and going with the flow. That's it. Surrender. We have no control. I just put that out in the last, we have no control. Once you surrender to that and realize that things are happening for you, if you use the perspective of things are happening for you for your highest and best good, then that is the result you will get out of it. Just wanted to put out a short message. And as always, if you got anything from this, I ask that you go ahead and smash the like button. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe, and I'll check you in the next message.